Hi everyone, welcome to editorial video of Codeforces Global Round 22, problem D, permutation edicts. And in this problem, we are given a permutation of integers from 1 to n, and there is a threshold k with k belonging from 0 to n. You complete a sequence b1 up to bn as follows. For every I in the increasing order, let x is equal to ai, and if x is less than equal to k, then set b of x to the last aj such that aj was greater than k. If no such element aj exists, then we set bx is equal to n plus 1, and if x is greater than k, then we set bx to the last element aj, that aj was such that aj was less than equal to k, and if no such element aj exists, then we will set bx as 0. Unfortunately, after the sequence B has completely computed, the permutation a1 up till an and the threshold k was discarded, and now we only have the sequence B, and our task is to find any possible permutation A and threshold k that produces the same sequence B. It is guaranteed that there exists at least one pair of permutation A and threshold k that produces the same sequence B. So we will notice that the n is from 1 to 10 to the power 5, and we are also given that n into t is 10 to the power 5. So we have to write either do this problem in log n log n or order of n. So let's see how we'll solve this problem. So we are basically, let's take the first test case. I will be taking test case 1. In test case 1, my n is given as 4 and my b is given as 5 3 1 2, right? And what I will do is I will copy the a from here, which is the correct a and k, and I will construct a to b to show how b is getting constructed, and then I will try to find out b. Then I will try to find out a and k using b. So let's first use a and k to find b. So my a is given for the first test case 1 3 2 4, and my k is given as 3. Oh sorry, k is given as 2, right? So let's iterate in this array. This is 1 2 3 4, and I will create an array b 1 2 3 and 4. Now if I am here, I will be iterating in the increasing order of I. It was provided in the question. So my and I will also maintain a couple of integers, which is previous smaller and previous greater, and both of them will be initially minus 1, right? Now if I am at 1, now 1 is less than equal to k, 1 is less than equal to 2, so this is the smaller element. For smaller element, what we have to do, we have to replace with the previous greater element, and we will notice that we don't have any previous greater element. Then what we will do, we will replace b of 1. We have to replace b of a of I. We have to replace b of a of I with n plus 1 if we don't have any previous greater. So I will replace this thing with n plus 1, which is 5. I will, and this is the smaller element, so I will also update the previous smaller element with its value, which is 1, right? Then I will move forward. Now I am at I equal to 2. Now we will notice that 3 is greater than 2, right? 3 is greater than 2. This is greater element. So what I will do is I will go at the index number 3 over here, and I will replace this b of 3 with the previous smaller element, which was 1, right? Which we just like stored. Now I will replace this thing with 1, and the previous greater element will be 3 now. We will move forward and we will go to index number 3. We are having 2, and 2 will come in less than case, and if we are getting in less than case, then what we will do, we will replace b2 with previous greater. So I will do this, and also it was smaller, so I will update the previous smaller with 2. Now if I go to index number 4, then what I will notice that 4 lies in the greater than range. 4 is greater than 2 basically. So what I will do is I will go at the 4th index and I will replace it with previous smaller, and I will increment the, I will like update previous greater, which is 4. So this is our final array, and you can see that it is exact similar to B array that was given with question. So let's now construct A from B, and first my main aim is to construct A from B, and then we will find out K using the help of A, right? So for test case 1, my N was given as 4 and my B array was 5 3 1 2. Let me write the index as well, 1 2 3 4, and let me go. This is my A, 1 2 3 and 4. So what I have to do, I have to place 1 2 3 4 over here such that A will be a permutation, right? So if my B is 5, what does that mean? What does that mean? Before that, if B is 5, then we are sure that the previous greater element might be 1, might be not present. So that's why we are replacing A1 with 5. And if I think if I place 1 at first position, then at first position my PS will be -1 and PG will also be -1. So this will ultimately give rise to this condition. So this is done, right? Now here comes the most important part of the whole problem. We have to place 2, but before placing 2, we must have 3 in our array at a place behind 2, right? Behind 2, because we are iterating in the increasing order for creating B from A, right? So I have to place 3 before 2, first 3 then 2, and then I will, first of all, let's check all the conditions. Then I have to place 1 before 3, I have to place 2 before 4. And what is this? This is a directed graph. And what can we do with directed graph? We can topo sort them. Topo sort. And if we topo sort this thing, I will be getting a sequence 1 3 2 4, and you will notice that this is the answer. See, 1 3 2 4. So basically what we have to do, we just have to, like, if the integer is in range from 1 to n, then we will create a edge from bi to I, right? So let's take test case 2 and see what happens using this algo. Test case 2 is n is 6, I think, and my B array is given as 7 7 7 3 3 3. This is 1, this is 2, sorry, 3 4 5 6, right? So what I will do is, I will iterate. If this is this in range, the range is 1 to 6. 7 lies in 1 to 6, no, we will move forward. This is not also lying in the range, this is also not lying in the range. Now we see 3 is lying in the range, so we will make a directed edge from 3 to 4. We will make a directed edge from 3 to 5. We will make a directed edge from 3 to 6, and these 1 and 2 will be left alone. So this is a directed graph, and if we write topo sort of this, we will be getting 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we will notice that this is our answer. I will surely show you how to calculate K. It is very simple after getting A, but there is one problem in this algo, and this problem will be revealed by test case number 3. So let's see test case number 3, right? So test case number 3 states n is 6 and my B array will be 4 4 4 0 0 0, right? So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. My range will be 1 to 6. I will iterate, is this in range? Yes, I said yes. So I will make an edge from 4 to 1. We move on. Is this in range? 4 is in range, yes. So I will make a edge from 4 to 2. Is this in range? 4 is range again, yes. I will make a edge from 4 to 3. Is this in range? I said no. Is this in range? I say no. Is this in range? I say no. So my array will be created something like this. And if I my graph, sorry, will be created something like this. And if I write the topo sort, my topo sort will be 4 5 6 1 2 3, 4 5 6 1 2 3, right? I will be writing topo sort using Kahn's algorithm. So using Kahn's algorithm, I will be getting this topo sort. And let's create, this is A. For some time, let's assume K is 3. Let's assume K is 3, which is the correct for answer, right? So I will construct B from here. So let me create a dummy B, empty B. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now let's begin. Let me write the integer as indexes as well. Now let's begin. If K is 3, I will have to maintain this PS and PG, which is initially -1, right? Now let's begin the iteration. I am at I equal to 1. So my 4 is greater than 3. 4 is greater than 3. So 4 lies in the greater case. So what I have to do, I have to go to 4 and we have to change it with PS. And if PS is not there, then we have to change it with 0. I will go and do 0. Earlier it was -1, then I will update it and make it 4. The reason why I'm not striking off this thing, because it will be used, it will show our mistake. So let's go further. And also so let's go further. We have already updated PG. Now let's go further. For I equal to 2, we have 5. Now 5 is greater than 3. So we go to index 5 and we will replace with PS. We don't have any PS, so we will replace with 0. Then we will update this thing with 5. We go at 6 and we will see that 6 is greater than 3. Then we will go to index number 6. We don't have any PS, so we will update it with 0. Brilliant. Now we go, we also update 6. Now we go over here, and here is the main turning point. We are having 1 which is less than equal to 3. So this is the smaller case. So what we will do, we will go to index number 1 and we will update it with PG. And here is the problem. We will be getting 6 and 6 here as well, which is unlike to our main answer. And I'm guaranteeing you that for any K you won't be able to get the correct sequence. So what is the problem? Let's think about it. What was our what was our initial answer? This was an initial answer. So if I think, what if the reason why I didn't strike these things off, because what if my 4 wasn't updated over here and my 4 was updated over here? Then my PG would have been 4 and these all thing would have been 4, and this was the sequence that we were requiring. So what if I erase 4 over from here and place it over here, right? So it will be giving correct answer. Now if I draw the graph, so this makes us aware that we have to use some priority in topo sort, right? While topo sorting using the Kahn's algorithm again. So what will be the priority? Let's think. What can be the priority? I said that this must be closer to this thing. This must be closer to this thing in the priority in the topo sort, right? What if I will give a priority according to the number of edges it are having, any node is having. So if we maintain a priority queue, right, and if we this is having in degree 0 0 0, this is in degree 1, this is in degree 1, this is in degree 1. Now let's iterate. We will be going from 1 to 1 in the loop. We will be going 1 2 3 4. This is having in degree 1, this is having in degree 1, this is having in degree 2, this is having in degree of 0. So we will input this thing into the priority queue. We will insert this thing into priority queue. So it is having 3 childs, like 3 edges going from this node 4, right? So this 4 will be having 3 edges. So I will insert a pair 3, 4, right? Now I will get at 5, this is having 0 in degree, and this is also having 0 uh, adjacency dot size, right? Similar is the case for 6. Now if I somehow give higher priority to the lower adjacency size, then my work is done. If I maintain this PQ as min heap, this is the order that will be maintained, right? And if this is the order that is going to maintain, then my answer will be 6 5 4 1 2 3, and this actually the order will not be this, the order will be this, I'm sorry. So the answer will be 5 6 4 1 2 3, and which is giving the correct answer we just saw over here. So that was everything about the problem. The one thing that is remaining is how can we find k, and I will show you in the code. It is very simple. So let's first do this. Let's first read this topo sort thing. How am I doing this thing? So what I am doing is I will first of all take the input. I will be keeping this array 1 based indexed, and I will be creating a vector and also an in degree vector, and I will iterate from I equal to 1 to n, and if if ARR I is in the range, right, I will make an edge from ARR I to I, and also I will increment the in degree of I. This is in degree is being maintained for writing topo sort easily. Now I will be writing a topo sort function which is over here. As I told, I will be maintaining a priority queue, and I will be giving this priority queue will be min type, and I am inserting this adjacency dot size with minus sign, because I don't like writing greater int parent comma int and vector parent int comma int. So this will give the same effect. It will be creating a minimum priority queue according to the size adjacency size. And this is the Mohns-Cahns algorithm. Just instead of queue, or we are using a priority queue. So that was all about topo sort, and we are guaranteed that we will be getting a valid array A, and for which we can also calculate k. So let's get to calculation of k. Now let's calculate for k. So let's take the last test case as only, test case 3, and the sequence that we were getting is 5 6 4 1 2 3, right? Yeah, so we will notice that the k range is from 0 to n. So my low will be 0 and my high will be 9, right? N, sorry, right? So in this case my n is 6, so my high will be 6. So let's see, we are over here. This is array A, and we also need array B, which will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. My array B is 4 4 4 0 0 0. This is 5, right? I go and check what is at 5. 5 is there is 0. When does 0 comes? In this case. And what is this case? X is greater than k. X is greater than k. X is greater than k. What is my x? My x is 5. 5 is greater than k. And if we turn this thing around, k is less than 5. So I can change my high to 4, right? Now what we will do is, we also have to maintain PG and PS. Now this was a basically this was a smaller greater case. So we will be incrementing PG from -1 to 5. Now we go on. I am at 6. I will go to 6. This is again the greater case. Now high will be from so my what will be my condition for x? My x is 6, and which should be less than k. So sorry, my x is 6, which should be greater than k, and turning this around, k must be less than 6, which is already so we don't need to update this thing. Now we go over here, 4, right? We go at the index number 4. This will again be my greater case. Also we have to like increment previous greater to 6. This will be my greater case, and for this being my greater case, my 4 must be greater than k, so k must be less than 4, and with this thing means k less than equal to 3. So my high will be changing from 4 to 3. We go on forward, right? So now in this case, and also we have to increment the previous greater because this was the greater case. Now I go to index number, I go to value number 1. I go to index number 1 in array B. I see that this is 4, and 4 is equal to previous greater, which means that it was the smaller case. And if it was the smaller case, then my x must be less than equal to k. So k must be greater than equal to 1. We will update low, right? We also update ps. Ps will be 1. We go to 2, right? So my k will be greater than 2, and similarly my k will again be greater than 3, and ultimately we will be landing at a valid k. So that is what I am doing. This is just basic simple mathematics, basic updation and everything. So let's see what the code is saying. Int is low is 0, high is n, previous smaller -1, previous greater -1. Now if ARR of answer of 1, answer of I is equal to n plus 1, this is the greater case, we update the low. This is the smaller case, we update the low, and we also update the previous smaller. This is the greater case, we update the high, we update the previous greater. And if both of these cases are not being entertained, then we might be having previous smaller or previous equal, previous greater cases. So we are doing this thing, the same thing, that is just copy paste over from here to here and from here to here. And this will be like, I will be getting a range of k, and low will be also be included in the range of k. So I am outputting low only, and then I will output my BA, and this is getting accepted. So this was all about the problem. If I was able to explain the problem, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for further tutorials. And thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.